But do you know that the schools that you went to at that time, the worldly schools, they sent you home in 2020? Harvard closed down its doors. Yale closed down its doors. Princeton closed down its doors. My brothers and sisters, any school that closed its doors in 2020 shows you they were not on the blueprint. Do you know that God's schools thrive the best in a crisis? So my brothers and sisters, you will find, someone said, well, I can't make that change. Some people said back then, I can't make changes. But it's amazing, we won't make changes for God, but we were willing to make it for the coronavirus. Look what it says. Coronavirus. Look at the words. Radical change to life. Only one U.S. state. This was the beginning of when COVID hit America. And the front page said radical change was made in America and around the world because of COVID. Now question, how can we make changes for COVID but not for Christ? You know, people said, I will never homeschool my child. Guess what happened during COVID? You had to homeschool him. Someone says, I will never give up my job. I pay good money for this job. I had to get a world education for the job. I'll never give up my job. But they fired you. Yes, they did. They fired you. You trusted in them and they fired you. What's going to happen when the Senate law passes? The jobs and the schools and the institutions that we've trusted into are going to give us up. And the only one that can keep us is Jesus Christ. This is where our trust should be. And my question today is, people who said, I can never leave the city. You know, when the lockdowns took place, they were begging to get out of the city. We were in New York just before 2020. And we did a meeting in New York before 2020. In fact, I believe last night there were some people that were there. I see a hand. We did a meeting in New York in 2019. And we said next year a crisis is going to begin. Did we say that? That a crisis will begin in 2020. We talked about this based on the authority of the Word of God and the need of getting out of the cities into retired country places. Now, my brothers and sisters, do you know that there were people at the church that said, how in the world can you know that something is going to happen in 2020? We said, because of the authority of the Word of God. There were some that doubted and disbelieved until prophecy gave way to history. And my brothers and sisters, do you know some of the same ones that said we could never leave the cities when COVID-19 hit in 2020, some of the same ones from New York called me on the phone and said, can I come out to the country where you are? Trying to get away then because those mandates were strict, brothers and sisters. And I'm not going to tell you what I told them. Now, my brothers and sisters, this is why God is trying to tell us, why is it that we're willing to make radical changes for men, but not for Jesus?